Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get ready to Info Ninja! I don't think that works as an intro either. I'm about to give up on the new intros and just stick with Hi-Yow! Info Ninja.
Y'all ready for this?
Welcome back to the dojo, everybody. Thank you for joining me for another failed intro. I'm doing my best, but I want to kind of preface this episode before we get too deep into it. It's a sad day. It's a very sad day for some, let's say, and I think I'm going to probably get mail about this, but sad day if you love Girl Scout cookies. Do you look forward to Girl Scout cookies? Do you have a favorite Girl Scout cookie? I can't say that I look forward to it. I'm always surprised when the Girl Scout cookies pop up. They're selling them outside of Walgreens or outside of a grocery store somewhere, and that's when I know they're there. I don't have a Girl Scout in my life, but I don't really look forward to it. I'm always pleased when I see it, but I definitely have a favorite. I have two favorites to be exact. So what are your favorites? Drop it in the comments right now. My favorites are Thin Mints and the peanut butter patties, the chocolate, well, it's not chocolate. I guess it is kind of chocolate and peanut butter. Whatever's inside the peanut butter patty, it's good. Well, as it turns out, it's not too good, but we're going to get to that. But that's my favorite, plus the Thin Mint in the freezer. You got to do your cookies, do your Reese's peanut butter cups, all that stuff. Do it in the freezer. It's just better that way. I don't know why. It's the texture's better. It tastes better, I think, because you're kind of unlocking the flavor as it heats up in your mouth. And if you want to lose weight too, if you want to have less calories, which I looked up how many calories are in the peanut butter patty, it's 130 calories per cookie. Yeah, that's not good because you never eat just one peanut butter patty and those stack up really, really fast. But put them in the freezer. Put them in the freezer. Everything's better. Then your body has to heat it up so that you can digest it. It's kind of like drinking cold water. Your body has to heat that up and you burn a couple extra calories. So it probably goes from 130 to 127. But that adds up over a carton and over time, because I'm sure you're not just eating one Thin Mint either. Thin Mints, you can't just eat one Thin Mint. Get out of here. Psychopaths eat one Thin Mint. I'm very curious. I'm very scared. I want to keep a distance from someone that only eats one Thin Mint. There's something weird about them. Don't trust those people.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
So what's your favorite? Put it in the comments because I'm about to destroy it for you. I'm so sorry. Don't shoot the messenger. Listen to me say that one more time. Do not shoot the messenger. That doesn't mean hide outside my house with a baseball bat. That doesn't mean follow me on my way to somewhere and jump out of the car and start screaming at me. It doesn't mean you can stalk, well, maybe some light stalking. If you're very hot, that's okay. Light stalking. But outside of that, no, do not shoot the messenger or do anything else to the messenger. I am just reporting the facts to you people because I care about you. I really don't want to destroy your love of Girl Scout cookies. I don't love them. I'll be honest. I like them. I'm not obsessed with them like some people are. I don't spend a ton of money on them. I'll buy a box or two normally once a year. But yes, some of you buy a lot more than that, and you might be upset by this, but don't shoot the messenger. So this comes to us from a reputable source. I've triple checked this. I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't risk my career trying to take your love of Girl Scout cookies from you unless it was legitimate. So this comes to us from the Daily Mail. The headline is, scientists discover toxic ingredients, I'm sorry, don't shoot the messenger, linked to autism. Do not hide outside the messenger's dojo with a baseball bat in 100% of Girl Scout cookies. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't want to tell you, but yes, 100% of the cookies that they tested. And they didn't just go get some cookies from one troop and test those and go, we have a problem, because there might be a problem with that one troop. No, they got them from every state and they tested them, and it was really not good at all, folks. So it says every sample of cookie tested contained glyphosate, that's the active ingredients in weed killer Roundup. Yeah, and heavy metals such as lead and arsenic. Do you want me to keep reading? You probably didn't click on this if you were afraid to begin with, but let's say you were brave. Yes, they found a lot of bad things. So they found aluminum, arsenic, cadmium, lead, and mercury. Approximately 88% of samples contained all five, and nearly 8 in 10 tested positive for levels of cadmium that exceeded limits set by the EPA, and 96% of the samples were positive for lead. There's not supposed to be any lead in your food, folks. And it gets even worse. It varies state by state what the worst cookies are. So I'll give you some warnings here if you just want to avoid this information. So if you live in Louisiana, you might want to shut your ears right now because the Thin Mints will kill you. No! Do not eat the Thin Mints. They are full of the stuff they use to make Roundup and all kinds of other metals. Thin Mints are the worst in Louisiana. If you live in Iowa, shut your radio off right now if you don't want to know that the lemonades are toxic there. And the lemonades are awesome. I love lemon stuff. I love lemon water. I love lemon cookies. I love lemon cake, lemon bundt cake. I don't know if a bundt cake is something that is universal, but anyway, a bundt cake that's lemon is fantastic, nice and moist and lemony. I like to put lemon on my salmon. Lemon it touches my body perfectly. I love it, and I love those cookies. And if you are in Iowa, I hope you didn't love them as well, because now you know they're going to kill you.
Oh shit, not good.
If you live in California, stop now if you don't want to know that the Doosey Doughs, that's the peanut butter filled oatmeal sandwich cookies, are the worst in California for murdering you.
Hey, that's some shit.
Don't eat those if you're in California. So I'll stop here, folks. It's painful to hear this, but it doesn't matter what state you're in. All of the cookies appear to be murder cookies. And worst of all, out of all the states, if you take the averages and you look at it all and you go, what is the worst cookie? Out of them all, the worst cookie is, with the highest murder rates, with the highest amount of chemicals and arsenic inside of it, is the peanut butter patty.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, one of my favorites. Thin Mints and peanut butter patties. And now eating one of those is like saying, I want to die. It's basically suicide, just a lot more enjoyable, and it probably takes a little longer. What? And it turns out that a lot of the chemicals that are in these cookies are linked to autism as well in children. So yeah, there's that too.
It's not funny!
If you finish an entire box of peanut butter patties in one sitting, you will die, and your kids will get autism. Yeah, doesn't matter how old you are or how old they are.
Are you sure about that?
But I'm not surprised, because the Girl Scouts did go woke, and now they're going to go broke, because I think this is probably going to hurt sales. It's got to hurt sales a little bit this year. And not that I want bad things to happen to the Girl Scouts, but they should not be feeding people this stuff. But yeah, they did go woke. They did really lean into the DEI stuff. They were really into the T and the LBG tree. And yeah, this is what we get. Your daughter can go camping with a biological male who thinks he's a female, but we can't get cookies that don't murder us. This is what DEI does to everything. It creates murder cookies. Hi-yow, Info Ninja.
Charlie Kirk posted this morning. It's a list of the executive orders we got yesterday, among other things. He writes as follows. On day 2, the president restored merit-based hiring at the FAA. Yes, that's important. The people who govern the planes in the sky, ending an insane Obama-era push to put travelers' lives in the hands of incompetents hired for diversity reasons. There should be no DEI hires anywhere, but certainly not at the FAA, in medical schools, in residency programs, anything involving human life. Even the far left must see the insanity of it. He ordered the closure of all federal DEI offices, as I said a moment ago. He ordered the repeal of LBJ's infamous executive order, which mandated affirmative action instead of merit-based hiring in federal employment and federal contracting. That's huge. He prohibited the use of all racial discrimination, or DEI, at federal contractors and universities receiving taxpayer dollars.